Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Airsoft Owl, and today we'll be disassembling a vintage airsoft gun. This is a vintage, I checked my buddies, I checked with everyone else. This is indeed a Thompson AEG from 2008. Good God, that was a long time ago. And what's sad is that this particular body and everything has been reshelled for the Game Face Thompson, which is basically just a blatant thing, but today we'll be disassembling a vintage airsoft gun. Now before, I'm gonna go ahead and call out a name here. Hefe. I'm not touching this. But, just for you, I will take off the grip panel, because I want to at least try and show something. But understand, this is the only one I have. I'm not gonna fully disassemble it, I'm just gonna show you how to take off the upper, the buttstock, the pistol grip, and that's it. Okay, that is it. I'm not going to do anything else, because once again, this is my only vintage airsoft gun. I won't make any upgrades to it. I'm going to keep it stock, and I will rarely, and I'm going to emphasize this, I will rarely take this out. Because once again, this is my only vintage airsoft gun, and I do not want to break it. I do not want to take it out. I want to keep a piece of airsoft history intact. Got it? Good. Let's get into it. So, what you'll need is, well, a flathead first, but at the same time, you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver. Now, before we do that, we will remove the 30-round magazine, which is basically a mid-cap, but here's the thing. This mid-cap, it's thick.
Extra thick!
This right here, basically, is thick as can be. And it will not work in modern Thompsons because of how thick the guide is here. The magazine guide, I mean. Which basically goes up into the well right here. Oh, my goodness. It's early in the morning, guys. It really is that I'm doing this. So we'll set that off to the side. Now, this will accept modern-day Thompson mags, but because of how wide this is, they'll wobble and they won't feed good. I say that because that's how it is. Now, you could probably do something to it, but I recommend you at least buy 3 of these if you're going to try and do something with them. And if you do find some of these, good on you. Now, the body is all polymer, but you're going to have to wait for my review of this to actually know that. So we will grab my toolbox here. My nice tool tackle box, what have you. No, it's a small Phillips head. I don't need a small Phillips head. I need a flathead. There you go, Phillips head, and then for good measure, we will grab this Phillips head. Okay, now, let's begin. Now, I'm going to try my best not to fast forward this, because I want you guys to see this, see all of this, basically, because as much as I would like to try and say, oh yeah, hey, you know, that's how it is, I'm not going to. But I will admit, this will take Thompson parts, and it will take modern-day Thompson components, which means you can take the upper of my King Arms Thompson over there and actually put it on this, the lower, this Thompson, basically. Here we go, we'll drop that screw right there. Or screw, bolt, what have you, it's whatever. Okay, I'm going to carefully wiggle this off, because once again, I don't want to break it. Because once again, vintage, I do not want to break my vintage stuff. Okay, we'll set that off here. And voila, you have a smaller Thompson, which you can go bada-bada-bada-bada, which, fun fact, and yes, a historical fact here, a lot of GIs would actually do this. They would take off the buttstock here and actually use the Thompson like on here, that way they had a better foregrip, which even mobsters did this, as well as some police officers, basically fully remove the buttstock, just so they could have a more compact, more, easy Thompson for basically spray and pray. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so next you'll want to depress the button here. Right here. You'll want to depress the button and just move it forward. There we go. And then just, there we go. And that is how you remove the upper from the lower. And this is literally, and I gotta give them credit for this, because literally this is literally the Thompson. This is it right here. This is all of it. This is, in my opinion, a really cool thing that they did with this design. I like this. It's a simple design that I think they still kept on the older Thompson. I'm not sure. I haven't disassembled my new Thompson yet. But from here, you can remove the grip here. You can completely remove this. You can basically remove the front barrel here. Like I said, you can do whatever you want with it, but I'm just going to set this off to the side, and I'm not going to mess with that. I'm really not, because once again, it's my only vintage airsoft gun. I'm not going to mess it up. And here you can actually see the vintage goodness. You can actually see the polymer design, just the fact of this is what we had in 2008. This is really good. Now we're going to disassemble the grip here, and really, that's all I'm going to do is just remove the grip panels, and that's it. I'm not going to do anything else, because again, only vintage airsoft gun I have, and I do not want to break it. And Hefe, I want you to respect my wishes and not say anything in the comments section. Thank you. OC Airsoft, same thing. Please respect my wishes. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm going to have to clamshell it. Here we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. Okay, and there we go. Clamshelled. Voila. There's your gearbox. And you can see they're actually soldered on to the, unlike modern day airsoft guns where we'd have them basically slide on slab, these are actually soldered on, which is really cool, because the reason I love opening up, not completely mind you, I love opening up old airsoft guns, is seeing the tech that was inside, that was put inside them, basically. And I know you're gonna say, oh, remove this? No, this is as far as I'm going, this is as far as I'll ever go. Go fuck yourselves. Because, again, only airsoft gun I got from 2008. So, we will put this back on. But yeah, I'm gonna admit, though, this is a really thick gearbox, right? This is a really thick motor. It really is. I mean, it's really cool to see what they had, but Jesus, man. Nowadays, the motors are a little bit smaller. I'm not gonna lie. The grip is still pretty thick, though. It doesn't matter what Thompson you got, the grip will always be thick. Okay. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and just screw that back on. Go. Now, you could, in theory, and I know they DSG'd, I know OC Airsoft DSG'd a Thompson, but I beg of you guys, if you're watching this video now, do not do that to this gun, okay? I beg of you. Keep it stock, keep it vintage. If you're going to, I beg of you, I will probably have a link to an Amazon where you can buy this, because I know I bought this from Amazon. Oh wow, look at those gears. Those are some serious gears. Like, damn. Like, I know they're polymer, but that's thick polymer. I mean, Jesus. That's some thick-ass polymer. And, of course, we can actually see from here how the fire selector works. That's actually cool. Put on semi-auto, too. That's cool. We can actually see, well, somewhat inside to the gear selector right here. That's actually kind of cool. Like, no joke. That is really cool to see vintage airsoft guns doing what they do. And of course the mag release is still the same. No matter what Thompson you're on, the mag release is still the same. Okay. Now that's done. We're going to set that off to the side, not break it, and we will do what I have been probably going to be doing soon enough. We are going to remove the foregrip here, or the faux wood grip. So I can show you how to do that. That way you don't complain to me in the comments section saying, oh, how do I remove the grip? How do I remove the grip to put a foregrip on it? Oh my god. And this is actually proven more difficult than I thought. Okay, we'll go with the smaller flathead. Here we go. Now, the more we take apart of this, the more we can actually see the designs from back in the day, because here's the thing. For me, I am an airsoft. I love collecting airsoft history. If I could, I would get the very first AEG ever made, and yes, the Tokyo Marui Famas is what I'm talking about. Yes, I know they're still being made. With the version 1 gearbox, I know they're still being made. And I would love to grab it for my collection. And apparently, you gotta remove these too, which is clever. I love that. That's clever. I bet you anything, this is actually screwed in from the other side. And I know they used to do that a lot, actually. I know they did. Here we go. Or, no, maybe? Oh, I see. Okay. That's what's going on. Okay. Maybe. I'm not sure. Just, let me go ahead and screw this screw back in, because apparently that's actually holding the sling mount in place. There we go. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong? Yeah, might be wrong on this one. I say that, but nope, it's being held in there by something, so it might be the other screw here. And from the sound of that, I'd say yeah. You might not have been able to pick it up on your end, but I was able to hear a small something or another. I can't tell exactly. Yep, that's what it was. It's this screw. So it's not the rear screw, it's the front screw that's actually holding into place. So here we go. Just teased out with the fingers, and there we go. That's how you would attach a foregrip, or the Thompson foregrip anyway. And these are just being held in by a nut in each side, which this is not nuts, or maybe they are, I don't know. No, they're just straight up plastic, which is kind of cool. I like that. And then finally, and I can't believe I'm doing this. Can't believe I'm doing this, but you know what? It's for you guys, because you know I wouldn't do the grip, so I'm going to do the front. So I'm going to do the barrel, because I'm curious. I'm curious if it's a metal barrel, or if it's a plastic barrel, and if I can replace it. And I know you guys are immediately saying, why? You said you want to keep it. Yes, I am going to keep it 100% vintage, but if I find another one of these, I'm going to buy it, and then modify, and then upgrade it. But I'm going to keep the outside all old and classic, because I love doing that. Some guns actually go out to a junkyard, buy a junker, and then just I love seeing people do that. Actually, it's actually really fun to see them do that. There we go. Nope, that ain't working. Check. Fucking hell, okay. Try. What the fuck? Oh my god. You're a pain in my ass. Just get a pain in my ass, why don't you? There's a metal barrel. Good. So yeah, that's a metal barrel. And from the looks of it, you can remove this piece right here and completely just take it. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this. That's a lot of barrel, actually. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put that back on there. There we go. There we go. So we'll just screw that back in. And before a lot of you start saying, oh, it's polymer's crap. It's 2008 polymer. It's like the really good polymer. And there goes my Allen wrench. Damn it! Okay, we'll do it. Alright, let's go and secure it on there.
And, yeah, it's basically how you can fully disassemble your vintage Thompson. I know a lot of you are about to ask, why not disassemble your King Arms Thompson? Because I don't know how. Also, the way you can remove your hop-up is basically by these two screws here. Obviously, remove that, just take the whole thing apart. That's how you can do it. So, yeah, I hope you guys... So, what did we learn today? We learned that 2008 was a really good year for airsoft guns. Because from a lot of people, from what I've been told, airsoft guns from back in the day were actually really good. There was a lot of good being done with the technology, with the techniques, all that good jazz. And I have to agree with them on that. This is a good example of, even though it's old, it still works. Because I've taken this Thompson out many times, and I've had a lot of people kind of turn their head at me, saying, what the hell is that? Is my vintage 2008 Thompson AEG. Which, from what I've been reading and from what I've talked to, I can spin off, I think this is a spin-off of the TM Thompson. I say that because that's just my thought on it. Now, until I actually handle a Tokyo Maru Thompson, I need to know, I won't know. But if you guys down below can let me know, please let me know, because I would love to know. And yes, this is my only magazine for this. I would love to get the drum mag version, so that way I can actually get the drum mag for it. But that's going to be probably something for another. It's probably going to be a venture for another day, looking for a vintage Thompson. But either way. There we go. We'll go ahead and slide this. We'll have to line it up. Kind of like an M4, basically. That's how you would, that's how you get the sucker in there. There we go. Yep, just give it a nice little squeeze. It's a pain in the ass, but oh my god. Oh yeah, you gotta pull the charging handle back. That's why it's not wanting to work. Ah! There we go. Okay. Get in the slot. There we go. And slide back. Okay, now comes the fun part. And this is how you would open your buttstock. It's literally just, like that. Just boop. But yeah, as I was saying, this is actually a really good example of 2008 tech that still works. Like I said, I've gotten a lot of kills. I've gotten a good bit of kills with this gun on the field, and you can actually see video of it, of me running this gun a couple times. And full auto is good. It's healthy for a 2008 gun. Semi-auto works really well. It's accurate as hell. I'm not even gonna lie. If you guys want me to do a firing test, please let me know in the comment section down below if you want me to do a firing demonstration. Careful, 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 careful. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay, careful. Careful. Okay. Damn it. Okay. There you go. We'll put it on the other side then. Yes. And of course line that up with the hole. There we go. Ah! Alright. And yeah.
For those of you who know that reload, that's from Fallout New Vegas' Lonely Hearts DLC. But yeah, this is, legitimately, this is the Thompson. It's just, it's a vintage old gun from the far back Airsoft days of 2008, and it still works, it really does. It's got healthy CQB, it's really good, and honestly, I will buy me another just to, and it's gonna be the drum mag version, not this. This is my only vintage one right here. Yes, just yes. Oh yeah.
I was frozen today.
Anyway, this is the only one that I will never modify. This is the only airsoft gun I will never modify, simply because of the vintage rule. So I'll probably buy the drum mag version, because it's basically this just with a drum mag, and upgrade that version. But yeah, if you want a 2008 model Thompson yourself, please go to the link down below to the Buy Me link, which will take you to probably somewhere I found with this particular model Thompson, so that way you guys can buy up your vintage goodness. So yeah, as always guys, I've been Airsoft Al, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until next time.